about stepping out into other directions with it, right? Because everybody's familiar with the shirts. What other options are out there? And like certainly we can get really like weird and obscure, but when we're talking about at least the stuff that is a little more standardized, but still not your hoodie, your shirt, that kind of stuff. What else are we looking at? And why? What kinds of things do we need to be considering with those? And then I also want to talk about the super weird ones,
like your pins, patches, stickers.
Yeah. Pins are getting really popular.
I want to fix that on patches real quick because I know Rockhart, you've got like tons of stuff. But one of the things that in the after the storm, we had a lot of time with no power and no internet, and it was just like camping out for months and months and months. And when I came back, I was like, that's the thing. I want Benny to be on an adventure, and I want him to be like in a camp. And it came to the idea like, well, let's make it a summer camp. So Benny's like the head counselor of a summer camp. And then I had the idea, what if when people do things, we give them merit badges? Like you follow Benny on Twitter, you got your bird watching badge. You're on the Discord, you got the communications badge. And I immediately like went out looking for, where can I order patches? And can I get it to where I don't have to, again, my thing is trying to reduce my management of the logistics. Can I get it from somebody who will just do the patch on order, per order, like somebody who does like embroidery on demand and then ship it out? And I found that. So that's something that I want to do now, is make merit badges for the people on my stream. How long you've been, but now the other side of that is I want the only thing you have to pay for would be shipping. So I have to set aside a certain amount of money every month to handle those orders. But to me, it seemed like a great way to provide some cohesion to my stream. And I'm sorry, Rockhart's got a ton more to talk about, but I really wanted to get that out because that's awesome. That's an idea that's gotten me very excited.
I might actually have to hit you up about that stitch on demand, because any one that I found has been prohibitively expensive.
Oh, I actually know an individual that would do it.
Cool. Okay.
And I want to talk about that too,
that's
because
different.
I had a similar months ago and haven't been able to do anything with it.
But actually, is like the person that does it is like she's set up to do this. Is what she does, like basically what she does for a living. So, like basically, if I give her design, she's ready to go, and they can be out within a week. So,
yeah. I will say that pins have gotten super popular too, especially like. They're great for conventions. You just buy them in bulk and then give them out to your viewers at meet and greets, stuff like that. Also for like, I know people do it for like 1 year subs or something. They'll mail a pin.
Yeah, I would say that was one of the cooler things I saw in your store. Honestly, was the numbered pin.
Yes, yeah. So if you sub for a year at my channel, you join the road crew. So you get an individually numbered pin. Access to secret parts of the Discord, newsletter, all that stuff. Discount code.
The moment I saw that, I was like, what in the world do they have me on their show for? They've got this guy.
I think mugs are really popular too. Like those are very common with like your typical print on demand type stores, right?
Yeah, mugs are something that I'm asked a lot. Like, when are we gonna have mugs?
Yeah,
and that's on my agenda.
So
I got
from
these as well done.
Ooh.
Oh, those look awesome.
Yeah, and they're just what do you call it? What do
acrylic.
you call this kind of thing? Yes, they are.
Yeah, just like acrylic keychains. Or
key fobs. Keychains, they're dangly bits. I don't know.
Dangly parts.
What do you sell? Dangly bits. You want to buy some?
Don't Google acrylic dangly bits.
I was thinking the same thing. Shrinky dinks.
Well, I mean, yeah, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had glassware and mugs in my store. This was many years ago, and I actually ended up getting rid of them because, as a personal, like me shipping them out, it was way too much hassle. But for like the print on demand stuff, that's awesome. I have a mug actually of a logo I did for a friend that I use as a pencil holder. But yeah, the quality for that stuff is actually really good compared to a lot of their things. Pins and patches, I don't know of any, and I am probably wrong because there probably is some now. I don't know of any fulfillment like Design by Human style that'll offer those, because those do at least pins require you to actually physically make a die and actually make
there's a
a
whole
lot of them for
prototyping
it to make
phase.
sense. Yeah, there's no real prototype. There's no real
As
one-off.
Hunter was asking about, he said, I want to make little porcelain figures. And I was like, well, that's the kind of thing, like, that's going to
Better be
require
ready to
like,
order 500 of them. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna require a big cost thing, because you have to pay for prototyping, and then you have to pay for
I would just go
inventory.
plant them around Seattle. I would just bike around and just put them
Yep.
places.
Listen, you know, they
Brand
tried that for the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie, and look what happened there. Wow, I'm dragging back like 20 years ago to get that one, but
Oh man.
So what about like
yeah,
obscure
so-
things, obscure products
Yeah.
that you've done?
Yeah, I've done everything from turntable mats to I have a custom skull ring that I actually worked with a sculptor to make, and then
That
a
is
ring
awesome.
factory to forge. I'm actually getting those restocked because they've been mostly out of stock, except for those one little size. The people that have a size 6 ring,
I'll take it from my pinky.
yeah, like I leave those in the shop because those are actually to make, and I'm not going to be discounting those anytime soon. Like I've kind of run the gamut, and a lot of the times it's basically whatever I want to have personally. I also have like bottle openers and stuff too that I've just made because I needed a
pretty
bottle
cool
opener,
gig.
and then I ordered 100 more of them so other people could get them.
That's a
'cause I
pretty
look
cool
for,
gauge,
like-
because you can be like, if I want it, somebody else is gonna want it too.
That is my litmus test for all the designs that I make. Am I willing to put X amount of money in to get this for myself, and then potentially make the money back from other people?
Am I
buying
prepared
it
to
because
eat
they
this
like it too?
because I want it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and more often than not, it works out. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
Oh.
Like, yeah, more often than not, it works out. But
Alright.
it really has to be. I mean, I do have to like filter it through. Like, I do have some tees that are more just for me. Like, I have a T-shirt that says Rockhart Records, and while I have sold a few of them, it goes back to that whole name thing. Unless you are familiar with the brand and really a
Exactly.
brand advocate, are you going to buy that T-shirt? Probably not. So the majority of my T-shirts are more graphic, and then I have branding on the inside of the thing. Whenever I ship out a package, it has a branded envelope that I actually have screen printed. There are stickers and buttons and all other kinds of freebies included inside too. So they're not only just getting the T-shirt; it's a whole experience when they open it up. I actually owe this to Johnny Cupcakes, who is a T-shirt clothing line. Their whole philosophy was it should be an experience when you get the package. And they actually inspired me to start my clothing line. Johnny Earl, the owner, I actually ended up meeting in person. And then 6 years later, I ended up doing some T-shirts for him, which was kind of crazy. Like, this guy
That's
inspired
awesome.
me to get into clothing design and apparel design. But if you go and look at his stuff, his whole brand is about the experience of actually ordering the thing, receiving the thing, and being part of this bigger community of fans.
That's
That I'm
awesome.
very
writing
cool.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should definitely check